Let me just preface this by saying I love the Halloween franchise. Now, I don't love every single movie, but I never hated one of the entries. In even Resurrection, I find it funny. So that gives it merit. There are no redeeming qualities to this movie. By the end of it, you will be saying, thank God Halloween finally fucking ended. Holy shit. This was a stinker. Oh my God. Well, first of all, let's get it out of the way right now. The first Michael Myers kill in the whole movie happens an hour and 4 minutes in to this piece of shit. Well, before that is the start. They try to make you believe that there's going to be a Michael Myers replacement. Like there's this dumb fucking hateable kid who kills the kid he's babysitting, even though it's the kid's fault. Like for locking him in the attic like a fucking little psychopath. Right? The parents blame him, he gets ostracized by the town, and blah 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 blah. The first part of this movie is a fucking teen drama. Let's say the first third of the beginning of this movie is a teen fucking drama. The next is just a romance movie between Laurie's granddaughter and this fucking kid, who I absolutely fucking despise. And finally, an hour and 5 minutes in, an hour and 4 or an hour and 5 minutes in, you finally get Michael Myers killing someone. Immediately followed by him getting overpowered by this fucking kid and getting his mask stolen. Michael fucking Myers, right? Who, let me remind you, in the movie before this, did this to someone. He fucking lifted a whole ass firefighter with his equipment and all. This malignant force of nature was overpowered by this. This scrawny little nobody that they introduced during this movie overpowers Michael fucking Myers, the unstoppable killing machine, Michael Myers. This felt like a slap in the face to every single fan of this franchise ever. Wow. This felt like the producers all the way down to the catering staff of the fucking movie went, fuck you. My God. He goes psychotic when he meets Michael. Like, Michael grabs him by the throat for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, oh, thank God he's going to snap his fucking neck. Snap it. Snap it. Like, little did I know it was foreshadowing, because fuck it, spoilers all around. This is a shit movie. I'm saving you time here and valuable fucking money. He snaps his neck at the end after this little shit dresses up in a clown looking mask and goes on a fucking killing spree, right? My God. And apparently, like, through some mystic bullshit, I would have preferred them rehashing the old Thorn bullshit that they did in the original movies than this. Somehow he inherits Michael's supernatural strength and killer instinct and goes fucking nuts. Managing to overpower Michael himself, steal his mask, and go after Laurie. She shoots him in the fucking chest twice. He falls down some stairs, and apparently he's gained the resilience of Michael Myers because he's alive still. And it's... my God. Michael arrives, grabs the little shit by his throat, and finally snaps his fucking neck. And that is the most unsatisfying kill of the whole movie. You know, you grow to hate this character so much because every moment that he's on screen killing people and doing bullshit, you're thinking in the back of your head, this is a Halloween movie. I should be seeing Michael Myers on screen right now, instead of this walking teen angst looking motherfucker. Right? Like, oh, he was bullied. Oh no. Like, he was let off the hook and everyone's calling him a child killer. Well, you killed a kid, dude. Even if it was an accident. Too fucking bad. Poor little bitch. But I could have forgiven all of that if the climax of the movie had been any fucking good. If the climax of this movie had been even a slight bit better than what it was, what it turned out to be, I could have forgiven everything. The whole first half of this movie, I could have forgiven it. But now I can't. Somehow, some way, Michael Myers, which I showed, lifting up a firefighter, gets overpowered by Laurie Strode. Like, he gets his hand stabbed into the table, she pushes a fridge on top of him, and then her and her granddaughter suicide the guy. Like, they slash his neck, and then they slice his wrist and let him bleed out. Then they tie him. This is how I know that this movie was meant to be an insult to the fans. Because they tie his body. They tie his body to a car, to the hood of a car, like a fucking deer. Like something they just bagged. And they parade him around town to ultimately take him to the junkyard and put him into the metal ripper. Like the metal shredder. Like, I stood there fucking speechless. Speechless at the treatment that they gave Michael Myers. They made him a third wheel character in a movie that's supposed to have him as one of the main attractions. First of all. Then they treat his death with about the same respect and poignancy as swatting a fly. I think this was done to illustrate the end. And I'm not talking about, ooh, Halloween ends, oh my god, it's finally over. No. This was the producers and the people in charge's way of saying, fuck the fans, we're not making any more of these. We're gonna piss all over this character. Instead of letting him go with some dignity. Letting him go with his, with the franchise's pride intact. Because up to this entry in the Halloween franchise, it had been good. Halloween Kills, both solid movies, solid entries into the series, solid entries. And then the third one comes along and decides, you know what? I'm gonna piss all over your fucking shoes. It's like that meme of Ghidorah, right? Like two heads are vicious and one's just a fucking retard. Like this is the malnourished vestigial limb of the franchise. This is the rotten to the core, should have been amputated before it could germinate, before it could be allowed to grow limb of the franchise. I am appalled at the mistreatment of the end of something that many horror fans, myself included, hold sacred. And I know they're just movies, they're soulless, blah blah blah. They're meant to be soulless cash grabs and blah blah blah. But until this very point, they had treated Michael Myers with, if not respect, dignity, at least. Getting overpowered by some fucking nobody. Getting his mask stolen. Like, who was this movie for? Who the hell was this movie for? Because it certainly was not for me. It was not for a fan of the franchise. It wasn't even for the casual horror movie enjoyer. This movie had no idea what it was trying to do, what it was trying to be. After the ending of the second one, I think they just wrote themselves into a fucking corner. With the whole, oh, it's the town itself that's evil. And they wanted to run with that idea no matter how stupid it is. It's like, ooh, anyone can turn out to be a Michael Myers. Like, no. Fuck off. Fuck off with that idea. It's a bad idea. It should have been left on the cutting room floor. Like, it should have never seen the light of day. Ugh. I never thought I'd say this, but I enjoyed Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which does not include Michael Myers. I enjoyed it as a part of the Halloween franchise more than I enjoyed this piece of shit. Because Halloween Season of the Witch is a good standalone movie. If it stands on its own, it's great. Part of the Halloween franchise? No. No. But even it is a better Halloween than this disgrace. This piece of shit put to film and exhibited for everyone to see, left on display for us to see. Come see the freak show. Come see us just destroy one of the pillars of horror movies. By the end of the movie, you're like, oh, Halloween finally ends. Because you just sat through an ordeal. During the start of the movie, you see them watching The Thing, which I know is a callback. But still. They're not just doing like a fun little Easter egg because, oh look, Carpenter's work. No. They're warning you. Here's a better movie. Go watch it while you still can. Lose all hope, ye who remain in the theater after this warning. Ugh. I sat through every single second of this piece of shit, hoping that it would get better. It's like eating a shit sandwich and then figuring out, oh, hey, there's thumbtacks in it too. Great. All in all, final thoughts. This movie didn't show the reverence that it should have. The people working on it didn't show the respect that this movie franchise has earned. And that is just fucking disappointing. Yeah, Halloween has ended. Because I'm never watching another fucking Halloween ever again. That's all. I'm pissed. Go away now. Go do something productive, like watch Werewolf by Night. An altogether better experience than this. This was miserable. Just fucking miserable. Ugh. I have never sat through a movie and wished that it would end as much as I did with this one. Alright, I'm going to cut it off here because I can go on for days about the betrayal I feel. As always, be careful out there.